Okay guys, I'm back. Here's the next episode of the Wizard Trials tests. Okay. You got all the bits of business done, now we're gonna be tested on our knowledge. Or my knowledge, but I've read a lot of books, so I got a good memory. So this will be easy, well, maybe easy peasy, maybe. You notice an inscription on the plaque. It reads, "Prepare thyself, the trials await beyond. Anoint thyself, the trials lie ahead. Pass these tests, and in accordance with the law, your station shall be bestowed. Endure the tests of loyalty, knowledge, understanding, strength, courage, and soul. Anoint and prepare for the trials mean life, but also mean death. Leave all possessions behind and enter alone, for only then can you succeed. So has been decreed by the Circle of 12. Okay, here's Lakmir again. Can you feel the weight and oppression above you? Can you feel the centuries press in? Yes, there is death here, but it is a trial that must be accepted and completed. It cannot be conquered, no, lest anyone boast. Rather, it must be endured till the end. And in its ending is a new beginning." It sounds like a Smashing Pumpkins song. For once the mind, body, soul, and heart have been tested, only then can one proceed. But I can warn you to be wary here. Things are not what they seem. For one reaches out from the grave to alter the tests. Be wary of his evil presence, for he will more than test you, he will trick you. The spirit is that one guy, Dreslin, yeah. If you remember in the previous episode, there was a book about the Dreslin family that got disgraced. There were a royal family that got disgraced, so he took revenge on being disgraced and altered the tests. If you remember the previous episodes, but technical difficulties. But I'll just continue on here. Let's see. The title of the book is Novice's Journal. Shall you take the dusty tome? Sure. Sneezing from the disturbance of dust, you take the book. Achoo! It looks neatly organized, but you find nothing you wish to take. Okay. Let's read this book here. I curse this day, the last day that the tower will be open. The last of the Brotherhood have decreed this day as the beginning of the end for their sect. If only the good master were still around, then this day would have never come. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I do not know who to blame more, the power-hungry like Belzar, or the weak-minded like the current king. There has been too much turmoil, too much upheaval. I am even beginning to hear voices. I know them to be voices from the past, from another time. In the examiner's room, I hear the voice say, "Oh, to be king and to sit in my rightful place." The times being such as they are, I have even begun to question my sanity. Still I wonder, is the tower lamenting its fate like I am? I think so. Nope, nothing left. Okay, let's go through the other door here. Ooh, there's a book here. This ancient book is familiar to you. The writings of Connor. Do you fancy some light reading? Sure. The book adds to the weight of your pack. Let's read here. Okay. I think it was after King Jair died that I first heard Lakmir speak of death magic. At that time I did not know why he was speaking about such a subject. But now I realize that may have been when Lakmir first saw Belzar's inclination towards the black arts. Lakmir explained that anyone has two natures, a good nature and an evil nature, and that the two are always warring with each other. From birth on, a person is never truly free of that struggle. Even someone like himself, he said, experiences doubt. I knew Lakmir thought fondly of Belzar. A testament to this was that he did not banish him altogether for using black arts, but rather just forbade him from using them again and prohibited him from taking the test of the Tower of Trials. This might have been Lakmir's biggest mistake, but who knows the workings of Lakmir's mind. Belzar's power exceeded that of all the other disciples. Many believed, certainly I among them, that he was to become Lakmir's successor. Maybe Lakmir believed there was hope for Belzar, that the struggle would continue, and that the good would win out. And I might have believed this myself, for Belzar seemed to change for the better, but then Lakmir passed on. That was when Belzar changed again. Disobeying Lakmir's commands, he took the testing of the tower. He passed the deadly test and came away with a harder heart, craving more power. Something happened that tipped the balance to the black arts. It is hard to say what happened at that time, but it is easier to trace what has transpired since then. His arrogance increased as he first attempted to be named successor of Lakmir. Next he attempted to be instated as a member of the Circle of 12. The audacity of the man, but nevertheless his power increased and he grew more erratic. He was thwarted at all attempts to legitimize his rank, but this only served to agitate him further. His erratic behavior dissuaded more from following Lakmir's vision. How ironic that his most gifted disciple would destroy his noble dreams. Talk of Lakmir's ability to sense the future seems to be false, for he is gone and a madman has destroyed the proud tradition and the high hopes of the Sorcerer's Guild. As of this writing, there are few of us left carrying on the way. We still seek learning, but the towers are closed to us. The wards and magics remain strong, preventing most from entering. The secrets and meanings of our trade are also fading. There are few here who continue to teach the way. Those that do have to contend with Belzar. Every time he returns, Belzar seeks something he cannot find. I shudder to think what he's contemplating. The dark ways that he has embraced could be the undoing of us all. At night I often dream. A pair of yellow eyes stare at me. The hatred emanating from them is almost smothering. I fear that something terrible is coming. Yeah, something terrible is coming. Sort of a premonition. Premonition. Oh, there's a book over here. There's a hidden book down here. The name of the book is The Brotherhood Report. Will you take the slim book? Sure. Sort of hiding amongst these chairs here. You take and place the book within your pack. A stack of chairs is piled up high in one corner of this room. Okay. Another book. There is talk amongst the Brotherhood since the death of good Master Lakmir. There are some who push for a successor to be named, Belzar. This makes all of us uncomfortable. True, he is the most powerful and well-learned among us, but it has been said he uses death magic. This Belzar has even gone about proclaiming that he should be installed into the legendary Circle of 12, which ceased to exist centuries ago. The pride of the man. But it all goes back to the black arts. It is rumored that Lakmir forbade Belzar from taking the challenge. It was not until after Lakmir died that Belzar took the test of the Tower of Trials. And since that time it has been said that Belzar has become even more eccentric. It is curious because we of the Brotherhood feel we are without direction and need a leader, but to choose one such as Belzar, who defied the orders of our revered teacher, seems unthinkable. Okay, there's a picture of Belzar. Ooh, creepy. See the snakes in the fire. Ooh, that's creepy. Reminds me of the first Shadowgate. Or I don't know if that's Belzar or if that's the Warlock Lord. One of the two. Yeah, that picture looks familiar, like out of the original Shadowgate there. Sort of, I've seen pictures of like artwork from the original NES Shadowgate. It sort of looks something similar to that. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. I think that's all. Ooh, another book. Another book. Oh, let's take this book here. The title of the book reads, The Trials of the Kingdom. Do you wish to take this book? Sure. The heavy tome slips neatly into your pack. Let's do some more reading here. Reading hype. And so Lakmir the Timeless worked towards transforming the castle Shadowgate into a place of teaching. A place of service, a place where all could come and learn. Commoner and noble alike, the search for magic was denied no one. This proved to be the demise of the plan. For the mechanisms for training were put in place. This allowed both skilled and unskilled in the magical arts to vie for the sorceress rank and the Ring of the Kingdom. Those born with the gift did not suffer long, those who had no magic in them. They became prideful and deemed the teachings too easy in order to accommodate their lesser brethren. Thus an elitist attitude formed for those pursuing the humble station, servant to the kingdom. A deadly state of mind that ruined many a sorcerer's chance at greatness. And the mechanism for testing was erected, the trials. These were meant to test all aspects of a man's being before he was to be found worthy. But even these noble tests were found wanting, for the commoner thought them biased towards the noble. An example often cited was the emphasis upon crests and lineage in the tests. These, many complained, were needlessly mired in the politics of the day, for many crests were but minor variations on others, and the intricacies were lost on the commoners. For example, the silent dragons of the royal family's crest was a minor variation to the screaming ones on another prominent house. 2. The double entrance to the tower on the royal crest was a slight variation from others, and the variations go on and on. Many question the need to know such minute, I think that's how I say it right, claiming it was all politics. For truly, what use is it to know the difference between the frowning boar of the house of Valdor versus the grinning boar of the house of Hyrule? So the doom continued. Doom. The doom room. Doom continued, festering amongst the up-and-coming ranks of new sorcerers. Those in higher stations quietly questioned why Lakmir did nothing. I humbly put, see it as an oversight to one who had the crushing responsibility to help rebuild a kingdom. Rebuilding a kingdom. Yes, things continued spiraling downward until it reached its current status. Decreased enrollment, few passed the trials, especially since the addition of the new administrator, Nathor, the Timeless One's failing health, the crumbling condition of the castle. Yeah, Nathor Dreslin, that's the one that's the evil one that's the ghost that's tampering with the trials. These problems multiply as Cal Torlin struggles to arise from the ashes of the Warlock Lord's madness. I wish we could be more like the Westland, homeland of the legendary Lord Jer, a loosely governed confederate free to chart its own course, its own way. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Nothing suspicious. Let's put on the Ring of the Dead here. Okay. Here he is. You have disturbed me, halfling. You have disturbed Nathor Dreslin. I am first in line for the throne. I know history does not indicate this. But mark my words, it is so. Tradition shows that we were in line for the throne. But it was Jer of the Westland who was made heir by the dying king Arond. The old line, the vassals and dedicated servants to the crown, we were all appalled. The kingdom needed honor. I saw no honor in naming a country yokel to be king. But I am a loyal servant, even to one like Jer. I tried to stop the plot, but I was implicated along with the rest of my family, stripped of our rank. Oh yeah, plot to get rid of Jer. Yeah. Yeah, that was in another book. We were humiliated even more when sent to work here at this poor excuse of a castle. Jer showed his weakness by keeping us alive, for here I can promote my views. Even under their watchful eyes I can plan and scheme to regain the throne. I'll have my revenge in some small part. The trials are now true as far as history. None shall succeed in the trials until they acknowledge the rightful king. Yeah, there's a trick there. That's one of the tricks. Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. He doesn't say anything more. It's like a long-winded. Sorry, guys. There. Okay, that's it in this room here. Okay. Now we're gonna take the trials. Oh, door's over here. So take the ring off here. Okay. Okay. I'll end this episode right now. Next is the tower of, or the trials in this tower. So, see you in the next episode, guys. Bye.